More than 160 million people file a tax return every year, and all of them should be using the 123 ABC tax planning methodology to look for opportunities to pay less in taxes. I'm going to break it down in less than 2 minutes. Let's start with number one. If you're receiving W 2 wages, you should look for ways to reduce the taxability of those wages. There's roughly five and a half ways to do that. One, pre-tax 401k contributions. Two, HSA. Three, dependent care FSA. Four, healthcare FSA. Five, pre-tax transportation benefits. And as a half, we're going to toss in deferred comp. Moving on to step two, credits, deductions, and losses. I know I'm tossing in a lot, but hear me out. Credits. We've got the education credits. Is there a way to max out the education credit for either myself or my children? Is this the year to buy solar, an electronic vehicle? What will a Roth conversion do to my potential earned income credit? Deductions. Should I contribute more to retirement? What about my loan interest? Is there a way I can deduct that? How about medical expenses? Losses. You can purchase real estate and use and generate a loss, which can be used to offset your other income. If you start a business and the business loses money, you can potentially use that loss to offset your other income. Now, number three is not going to save you anything on taxes right now, but is just important. It is looking at your investments to see if they are growing tax efficiently. This means, should you be putting money into a Roth or pre-tax or your taxable brokerage? What about your HSA, your 529? Look at the entire scope of options for investing and growing your money and making sure where you are is where you want to be. Estate planning is part of this equation as well, because you have to transfer your wealth to the next generation in a tax efficient manner. Moving on to ABC. This means you should look at the main schedules of your tax return, which are A, B, C, D, and E, for opportunities. Each schedule has its own opportunities. You might not have any of these schedules. You might have all of these schedules. And if you do, you want to look at each one. And the idea is that there is a lot of overlap between 1, 2, 3, and ABC. But if you look at your tax return from both of these perspectives, you will find opportunities.